Another one is some people have unrealistic expectation pattern. Unrealistic. Immediately I get married, my husband will pay all my bills. It's unrealistic. The reason why you are married, sister, is to make you a helper. It is the duty of a man to take care of his family. Am I correct? And it's the duty of a woman to support him to take care of his family. Is that balance? Yes. So for you to just become somebody that's help it, his money is our money. My money is my money. You are just buying shoe, bag, and the destiny of your children is not moving forward. School fee has not been paid. Your husband is dying of high blood pressure because of landlord, because of the rent, and you are buying all manner of things. It's a bad pattern. Another one is selfishness. Some people are just selfish. They are just selfish in nature. They are just selfish. It's about I, me, mine, and myself. I, me. You shouldn't have married. You shouldn't have get married because you are already married. It's me, wedded me. You're already married. I don't know the reason why you sought out somebody to marry you. In a great marriage, everybody, please come. In a great marriage, this is how great marriage is all about. Please look at me. Are you seeing me very well here? Aha. In a good marriage, can you collect the microphone? Collect the microphone. In a good marriage, in a marriage, let's start this way. When you were born this way and this way. We were born selfish. We were born in the flesh. If you want to know the way we were born, go and look at a baby. A baby does not care either you are dying, they want to suck. Am I correct? They don't want to know. Even if you are dying, even if that, in fact, I saw a situation whereby a woman died, the baby was still sucking. Yes. That is us. That's human being for you. Do you know that some people did not get over that childhood trauma? That childhood pattern. So they are like this. They are impenetrable. You can't touch them. They can't open up. Unless you listen to me, or there's no marriage. But in a great marriage, the first thing that must happen is openness. You must open up. The second thing that must happen is you must come closer. You must come closer. The next thing that must happen is you must bow down. You must bow down. Then you become a bunch. This is marriage. This is marriage. This is marriage. But if you want to stay like this, I stay like this, this is battle. This is the level of Kigba and the level of Kigba. No go take and no go agree. They marry. At the time they come to my office, I say, why are you here? Because nobody want to eat. They will stay like that. No, I will not take. Yeah, I will not take. And please, anointing does not change it. Being an adult does not change it. You can be an adult and still be an idiot. So it's not age. When you see elderly people doing well in marriage like this, it's not because of their age. It's because of their knowledge. Went to see a man several years ago. I said, we met the woman in the elderly one. They've been married for almost 50 years. And they've been fighting for that long. They didn't divorce and they didn't agree. Got to the house. Hi, mama. He greeted. Immediately said, Baba, uncle. She just shut down. She didn't answer anybody. She didn't say, so when Baba heard that some people were asking of him, he now came down. Oh, I said, we're asking Mama, how Nico need down? She won't answer. And they were in the same house, only two of them. Everybody were cooking their own food. We're not talking to each other. Everybody were inside different room. They were there until that woman died. Where will he be now? Will you miss heaven because of anger in marriage? We need to think of it. I beg you in the name of the Lord, it is time for you to change the pattern of your life. What negative pattern will do to your marriage? Number one, it will cause emotional distance. Emotional distance. You'll just be distant from each other. Number two, it will cause loss of progress. Because two are better than one. You're supposed to be working together for your progress. But you'll be working against each other. When you fight your battle together as husband and wife, you have your battle. But when you turn to each other in battle, your battle becomes doubled. Everybody has battle to fight. You and your wife, when you fight the battle together, what will happen to the battle? It's half. But when you turn to each other, you know you have battle before. You now turn to each other to fight each other, the battle becomes what? Double. If your wife is beside you, tell your wife, you are not my battle. Hold your wife, you are not my battle. You are my partner. We are going to fight our battle together, and we are going to win our war together. Another thing that will be there will be constant breakdown of communication. And there will be constant fighting. There will be bitterness. Some people are so bitter. There will be health challenges. Health challenges. I told you the story about 2 months ago of a man I met in UK that sleep only for 1 hour every day. Can only sleep for 1 hour. Maximum of 2 hours. Insomnia. He wake up. He used all the drug. The thing was not working. Until they brought them to us. They were fighting in their marriage. And by the time we finished the discussion, the clinic, the man slept from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. that day. From 9 a.m., they apologized to each other, they hug each other, we pray for them, we settle the thing. From 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. You want to kill yourself because of something that does not really matter. You see, sleep, you may deprive yourself of sleep in bed, in marriage, when you are sleeping beside your enemy. Anytime you wake up, the person you see beside you is an enemy. Science told us that you easily sleep and you enjoy sleep when you are sleeping beside your friend. So what is the opposite? When you are sleeping beside somebody you hate, sleep becomes very difficult. Unmarried people, single people in the house, you will not marry your enemy. Amen. I said you will not marry your enemy. Amen. So what are the things we're supposed to do? Number one thing you're supposed to do to shake up the pattern, we call it pattern shake up, is understanding. You need to understand what pattern is all about. You need to understand. That is why everybody order for this book. People online, go and get the book on seller. Go and get it on Amazon. Go and get the book. Go and see that it's not your conventional marriage book of submit and love. It's beyond that. This is getting to the heart of marriage. Youth never get married without reading this so that you know pattern. So when you get this, couple with this, you will now sit down. Those of you that are married, despite the fact that you have been married for several years, get this and settle down. Chapter by chapter, ask your husband questions. By the time he is answering, by the time you are answering, you will discover that you don't really know each other. You will discover that you don't really know each other. Who? Somebody may say, you need to know the primary school your husband went to. Does that really matter? To you, it may not matter. But when your husband tells you that I went to primary school in a village, that brings a narration to you and may explain the reason why he's behaving in some areas. Am I talking to somebody? It's not everybody that will go to King's College. It's not everybody that will go to Harvard. Am I talking to you? Oh, if your husband said, I went to King's primary school in VI, that will tell you the kind of orientation. And you went to LA Community College, Abalabi, primary school. Is there any crime in that? But that's where you were born. And because of where you were born, one of the things that form our pattern is our environment, our parentage. I think a lady came to my office about 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know whether she's around. She said, she's a Yoruba girl, but she cannot speak Yoruba. Is she around? She cannot speak Yoruba. I said, why can't you speak Yoruba? He said, I think my mother is Igbo death or something like that. and they live in Benin. The daddy is Yoruba, the mother is Igbo, and they live in Benin or something like that. She only hear Yoruba faintly. She can't speak. And when you see her, you say, oh, this is a Yoruba girl I want to marry. Is that Yoruba girl? That's not Yoruba girl. The pattern differs. She can never prepare amala like Timileyin from Ibadan. She can never. They gave me amala in Abuja yesterday. I said, Samola Re. This is not amala. this is not amala. This is Abuja. This is not amala at all. And they were boasting. And we take you to a place. You enjoy local South. Gojora. Pattern. Somebody say pattern. I'm not hearing you. Say pattern. Number 2, deal with your personal negative pattern before marriage. Matthew chapter 7, verse 3 to 5. The Bible says we should remove motes. That is, why thou remove the mote that is in your own eyes when you have log in your own eye? You want to remove mote in the eyes of your brother, but you didn't consider the beam that is in your own eyes. So before you think of checking the pattern of anybody you want to marry, what is the first thing you're supposed to do? Check your own pattern. And there are some patterns your mom will be showing to you. For example, when your mom tells you, Joke, hey, you are ready, this is your attitude, Joke, you know what mommy is saying? You are forming a pattern that will destroy your marriage. And you know how you are going to respond? You will respond with another pattern. Hey, mommy, it's another pattern. It's pattern. And mama will shout. It will get to a stage, she will stop talking. Because at that stage, she discovered that it has become a pattern. And I didn't know, I've not seen a girl that the mother did not talk to like that. Some of them listen. People that didn't listen, you can see it in their body. You can see it. We got to the house of a sister, everywhere dirty. She didn't see any dirtiness. Everywhere dirty. You need to see the door. You will think nobody lives in that house. And the husband too. Didn't see anything bad in it. Pattern, married pattern. They didn't have problem in their marriage, oh. Pattern of dirtiness. Honestly, it's very funny. They will all sit down. They will be everywhere. We were finding somewhere to sit down. Everywhere was dirty. Everywhere was stinking. But the husband, nothing was stinking. To the woman, nothing was stinking. And their marriage goes on. You know the problem with that? The children they marry, they will give back to, we go with the same pattern. Now, if that child now marry Finny, we have some finitos. Like my wife. People that want everywhere to be clean per second, per minute. You now marry somebody like that. That will be battle. That will be war. Many a times, it's not spiritual thing that destroy marriage. What destroy marriage? Pattern. Patterns. So, deal with your own personal pattern. Number 3, check negative pattern in anybody you want to marry. Check it. Then how do you deal with negative pattern? We soon rise up now so that we can pray. I think somebody is getting something. Acknowledge your own negative pattern. Acknowledge it. Please acknowledge it. Don't explain it away. Don't say everybody is doing it. And be ready to deal with it. Find it. Number 2, like the prodigal son, take 100% responsibility for the negative pattern in your life. Luke chapter 15, verse 18 to 19. Like the prodigal son, take full responsibility for the state of your marriage. Shall we read it together? Look up. 1, 2, go. I will arise and go to my father. And I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. 19. And I'm no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of your... Because the pattern in my life has reduced me from sonship to servanthood. But he said, I will arise, because he was low before. He took responsibility. He didn't blame the people, his friend that stole his money. He didn't blame the girls. The Bible says he wasted his money by riotous living. He wasted it. Some people boost his money away until he was reduced to the level of a pig. You know what? He wants to be a servant because he has gotten to the level of a pig. So for his father to say you will be a servant now is even better, because even the food of a pig, they were not giving him. So he was lower than a pig. So he took responsibility. Oh, sonship, I don't want. Servanthood, please make me. Take me away from the pig. And because he did that, the father said, no. It's like you have changed the pattern of your life. You have changed the pattern of your life. I restore you to be my son. I restore you to your position. So take responsibility. Number 3, take your negative pattern to God in prayer. People normally hear messages like this for their husband, for their wives. I wish my husband is here. I wish my husband. I wish my wife is here. I wish my wife is listening. I was in the program yesterday. A woman carried a WhatsApp message, WhatsApp audio, put it on, and was broadcasting the program to the husband. She herself, she was not listening. But she said, it's my husband that must hear this. It's my husband. I said, what of you? I said, what of you? It's a problem in marriage ministry. People want to hear the message for others. But if it's a deliverance ministry or blessing, prosperity, if I say you are blessed, you won't say for my husband. You won't say for my wife. So take your negative pattern to God in prayer. Psalm 127 verse 1. The Lord Almighty is ready. Then build positive pattern consciously. If you are lazy before, do you know that I have one problem before? As a young one, I always procrastinate. I'm a phlegmatic. I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. It was a pattern of my life. Then I read a book, Why Ask Why, by John Mason, several years ago. I read this other book, The Enemy Called Leverage. I read another book about procrastination. They changed my entire life. Then I came out with a system. I call it deadline. What do I call it? I began to give myself deadline. Because I understood that if you want to make headline, you must do what? You must have deadline. So tomorrow, I will just say, my book will be coming out in July. I will just announce the title. At that stage, all procrastination disappears. That's how I wrote all 129 titles in just about 23 years. I saw the pattern of my life. I came with an opposite pattern. If you oversleep, set the alarm and put the phone very far away from you. Set the alarm. By the time the alarm wake you up at 2 or 3 days, you will struggle. By the time the thing kept on shouting for the next 7 days, you begin to come up little by little. Little by little. Am I talking to somebody? Then identify the triggers. What are the things that normally trigger your pattern? Maybe you are in the wrong environment. Maybe you are with wrong friends. Maybe you are following wrong people on the Facebook. Maybe you are following wrong people from Facebook. Maybe you are watching wrong movies. Maybe it's your background. Maybe it's social media. Be careful about people you follow on social media. I followed somebody several years ago. He will be saying, if you are 40, if you don't have 5 cars, something is wrong with you. If you are not, it was so materialistic. I said, if I'm following this one, somebody will end up becoming an arm robber. And I unfollow immediately. Social media can destroy you. When they talk about submission now, women shout. When they talk about law, when you correct them on social media, they come with a lot of things. That's why anytime I post now, if I do a teaching for women, by the time I'm rounding it off, I will say this teaching is for Christian women only. Kafet Emtor. Is for Christian women only. If you don't agree with it, it means you are not so I'm not talking to you. On Friday, when I was talking at Abuja, before I started talking, I said, I will say some things, but it's not meant for social media. I will say something, no, is I want to localize your destiny in the Bible. Because we have a lot of guests, sunshine guests there from all over Abuja. I said, I will tell you something you don't want to hear, but I will tell you from the Bible. So I said, am I permitted to say it? They said yes. Then I opened up to them. When we finished, Pastor called me and said, why are they crying? Because in prayer, they began to cry. Pastor moved closer. Why are you crying? He said, I wish I listened to this message 10 years ago. I wish I listened to this message 10 years ago. Wow. So another one, let there be open and honest communication between you and your spouse. Be honest with each other. Be honest with each other. Be open with each other. Initiate conversation with your partner. Be open. Be honest. Don't be confrontational. Find time to do ITT. Find time to date each other, to talk. The last one is seek professional help. If you discover you can't break it, seek professional help. Please, people that really need help, go to my website, bisiadewale.com/marriage clinic. We put you on about 4 to 6 weeks training. Clinic, one-on-one training, 1 or 2 training. You and your husband for about 3 weeks, for about 4 or 5 weeks. For about 4 or 5, we have 14 couples I'm handling now. They pay. It's not free. Because it's a professional service. It's not a pastoral counseling. bisiadewale.com/what? Marriage Clean. People watching online, send it to all your friends, people all over the world. You can do from Canada, from anywhere, because it's on Zoom. We help you. You need professional help. Your husband complain. And that area, I said, no, even you yourself, you know it's wrong. You want to sin, but you don't know how to change. You need help. You need it. Some people are addicted to smoking. Some people are addicted to sleeping. Some people are any form of addiction, except addiction to the Bible. We hurt you. So you need to break that pattern by all means. And by the mercy of God, that pattern is broken. Amen. Who has pattern to break here? Can I see your hand up? Thank you. Thank you. I am in the right place. Because I am number one person that needs to break pattern too. Do you have pattern in your life that must be broken? Come and stand up on your feet. I want you to say, thank you, Jesus. Say, thank you, Jesus, for sending your word to me. You know, we have some pattern that came from our tradition. Pattern that came from our background. Pattern that came from our culture, from our village mentality. Your mom never supported your dad financially. Then you inherited it. Because you never saw your mom giving money to your dad or supporting him. In fact, many of us, we saw our dad, our mommy, talking to, seeking to collect debt from your dad. Am I correct? I borrow your dad some amount of money. He didn't pay. So you thought that any money given to your husband is a loan. You don't do it. You don't borrow your husband money. And if you must borrow your husband money, you must take a collateral. There must be collateral. You know, if you want to borrow money from bank, they will ask for. And if you want to put down collateral, what do you normally put? Your most precious property. Yes, sir. What is your most precious property? Your wife. So, if you want to borrow, you are the collateral. You are the collateral. Honestly, everything. For example, we wanted to buy rice. We want to buy beans. I didn't have money. My wife now borrowed me money to buy rice, and she was the one that cooked the rice too, and ate it. And still, she was still pursuing me to pay back the loan. Wrong. That is not a partnership. Marriage is a union. What do we call it? That is to say, you that is put on. You, I put it on. I put you first in my life. That's why we call it union. Union. And the Bible says, the apostles, they have everything in common, in one accord. That is marriage. Any other thing beyond that, when you start it, is a pattern. It has been helping our own marriage, everything we have. We have it in unity. You may have a joint account, and you may not run joint account. It is not joint account that make marriage work. It is marriage that is working that need a joint account. Am I talking? So people that are killing themselves because of joint account, they will be using rod to beat each other head. And please don't turn it's a joint account. Don't make it a joint affliction. I've seen situations whereby husband and wife will put money inside an account, but only husband can withdraw. That's a joint affliction. It's not a joint account. The husband will withdraw the money and spend it on girlfriend. It's always good when you spend together. We've been doing it all the days of our own marriage, and it's helping us. It's really, really helping us. It's really till today. Till today. In fact, anything we want to do, she will ask, which account are we going to withdraw the money from? Which account? There was a time we were able to do it in one account, but this time I have a business, she has a business, we have ministry business, we have ministry account, we have books account. Ministry account belongs to the ministry. Any money, tithe, some people are paying tithe, some people are paying offering, everything, any offering we collect, go to the ministry account. I can never get hungry and get to the place. It's meant for the ministry. But we have books account, Living Home Venture that publishes all our books. She has an accounting firm, PIC Consulting. So if we need money, I have personal account called Bisi Adewale. We have joint account, Bisi and Yomi Adewale. She has an account called Yomi Adewale. So it's becoming complex. It's becoming what? Complex. Because we saw a lot of pastors giving me check, calling it Bisi Adewale. As at that period, maybe he didn't have any account. I have to open one. But still with all those accounts, we spend everything together. We do everything together. Everything. All the project together. Every of our receipts in the names of both of us. Including our microwave oven. Everything. Everything. That is marriage. But it may be difficult for you if you have wrong pattern about money. Some women, they can give their nakedness, but they cannot give their account. They can't give their money. Some people can give their blood, but not their money. It's a pattern. Until you deal with greed, you can never enjoy marriage. You can never be great in marriage. Greed. Greed. I love women who are energetic, working, but for the progress of their family. For the progress of their family. When you make money, you think family. You think family. You think family. You buy clothes for children, for husband, for wife. You think family. You shock each other. Wherever your husband is, we'll be praying for you, for God to bless you the more. Wherever your wife is, your wife will be blessing you, that God should bless this man more. And your wife must not be begging you for 20 naira, for 200 naira, when you have the money. That's a bad pattern. About 200 naira. God will judge some men. And some men, they don't even want their wife to work, so that they will have economic power over her. It's an abuse. It's a financial abuse. Very, very wrong. Sister, go and work. Do what? Work. Work. Or your in-law will not even respect you. And if you don't work, everything, 20 naira, let your daddy come. 50 naira, we want to buy toilet roll for your monthly flow. My husband must come back. Shame on your generation. Maybe your parents send you to school. Why are you wasting it? Girl, even if you marry a Dangote, you must be working. Tell him to, okay, you want me to be at home to take care of children? Open a boutique by the gate of our house. I will go and check them and come back. I will go and check it by 9 a.m. and back at home. But this brain must be working, or you become dull in brain. It's a bad pattern. Guess, are you listening to me? Yes. And all guess, never pray to marry a rich man. All your head, a rich man, a rich man, a rich man. Don't marry a rich man. Who do you suppose to marry? Not a poor man, but be a rich girl yourself. And who will a rich girl marry? A rich man. But you will meet at the same level. You park your Prado. I park my Land Cruiser. I'm coming down from first class. You are coming down from business class in Dubai. Aha! Aha! But for you to now relax, and the only investment you have is under the pint. No. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Am I talking to somebody? Or am I hurting your Come on, raise up your hand and say, Father, negative pattern in my life. Every negative pattern, help me to break. Every negative pattern. Every negative pattern. Come on, break it now.